Oh, hey, welcome to the Jetty Jet Show, everybody. Get swifty. We're getting swifty.
It's
How you doing?
Ricky.
What's up,
What's up?
John?
What's up? How you
Welcome
doing?
to the Jetty Jet
What's
Show,
up?
John. What's up, man?
Go
Oh, how are you
shit.
doing, man? Are you getting swifty over there?
I'm
I hear
I'm
that.
getting I'm getting super shifty. You
Swifty?
know what I say, Jet? You get shifty. You get everything good in
Yeah.
life.
Oh, you just gotta get it down. Now, if you
Just
guys don't know, this is John. He gets
this is
swifty.
John the Silva.
John the Silva, guys.
John the
Check him
Silva.
out. He's always welcome here on the Jetty Jet Show. Today we're just doing a little radio. It's Friday. It's a
Damn right,
Friday.
Friday. Wait, is
Uh,
it? Shit,
is
it
it?
is Friday. Yeah,
Yeah, man. That's how the week happens nowadays.
that's how we do.
So it's Friday morning, the Jetty Jet Show radio talk show.
Radio talk show.
Is that a
Talk.
thing that I'm doing now? A Friday morning talk show?
It
I don't.
could very well be. I mean, it works. It works out for me at least because it's afternoon. But
Yeah,
at the same time,
you know what? Maybe we'll just roll with the punches. If it goes out, if it works out that way, then it works out that way. But I
yeah,
am up in the morning, just chilling here, talking with my good man John Silva,
with the
just having
good
a good,
brother.
awesome morning. Are you good? Are you good, man?
No, I'm doing great, dude.
Oh,
How
that's
are you
good.
doing?
I'm doing
We can
awesome.
just. It feels weird that we haven't talked before, but
Yeah.
this is. Let's pretend we haven't. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing all right. I'm just it's been a while, hasn't it? Just
It's been a long while. I mean, video wise, it's been even longer.
yeah.
Like last time you streamed together,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you invited me over. It's
Yeah.
it's been a while. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. All good in the hood. It's all good. So what are we talking about today?
So we have a few topics on the list, and we're doing it a little different. As you can see, we're just talking. It's pretty much just talking. I'm going to be drawing, and I'm going to be sharing work. But our main thing here is just to catch up with you guys and chill together, kind of like a morning talk show kind of deal.
Right.
And I want to say hi to you guys first because you guys are here and you guys are awesome, just chilling with us. Thanks everybody, Honey, Jennifer Lee, Ultraless, Naoki Kawaii, and who else we got here? Just a draw. Ia Ialau Via.
How the hell?
Yeah,
Yalau Vilya.
Ialau Villa
Via.
Via. What language is that?
Yalau Via.
And just JK. Just JK.
Just
Uh
JK.
and
Fix
Lucas
the script.
Cavalcanti.
What?
Lucas Cavalcanti. Yeah, glad you guys can make it. Sorry for butchering everyone's names. So
Someone's
sorry.
someone's saying to fix the screen switching thing. I don't know what's
Okay.
the screen switching thing.
Okay, let's look at John's chair.
Let's look at John's chair right now.
uh, let me know if you guys can see this chair and not my switchy thing because I'm still setting it right now.
Right now,
Um,
no. I you don't see my chair. I don't think so.
it's probably gonna take a second and then it should switch.
Aye. Aye.
Anyways, while I get my workstation ready, I'm gonna start off with our first little topic here. Thanks for letting me know Ultraless about the screen switchers.
Screen switcherinas.
What did I have? Oh yeah, I have it here written down. Okay, the struggles of waking up. Oh, the struggles.
Oh
John,
man.
do you struggle waking up?
Me? Never. I wake up with the birds and sunshine, and they're just like, tweeting on my ear, and I kind of like, I don't even stand up, I just like levitate
Let me ask you
into.
this then: do the birds like take the blankets off of you too, and guide you to the bathroom and while you shower
Yeah,
and poop?
yeah, I'm not even fully awake. They just kind of grab me by the shoulders with their little beaks, and and they're like, "Okay, John, go and pee," and then, "Okay, John, go and have coffee." Then my life starts.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can picture it now. La da dee, la da da, and the birds are like chee 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 chee, and they're like pulling your
Yeah.
pants down so you can use the potty.
No, but yeah, no, it sucks waking up in the morning, like really bad. I mean, if you get into the groove, it takes you
Yeah.
about, I don't know, 2 weeks, at least to me, minimum 2 weeks until it starts feeling normal, or kind of no. It never feels normal. That's another thing. Like you can't stay up late because then you're already too old. But if you do, but yeah, if you do wake up early, then you're still too young. We're at that age
Yeah.
where going, late at night sleeping is bad, and waking up in the morning it's almost as bad.
Yes.
I mean, it
Yes.
doesn't feel that nice, but you got to.
And that's what really started this whole talk on that is that we were talking about uh, our our procedure, our daily procedure, and I found out that John goes through the same struggles as I do, and that is when you go to sleep late, you work. We'll work pretty late, but when you go to sleep late, you wake up late, and you're less productive throughout the whole day because you basically when you wake up late, you're like, shit. I just what? I'm just gonna let it burn. It's it's all
Well, the
ruined.
carpet is on fire already.
It's
Might
on
as
fire.
well
Might
let
as
the
well.
house burn down.
Exactly. Might as well let it burn down. And then by the time you actually start working and you get everything out of the way, it's like 12 p.m., 12 a.m. at night. And then you're like, crap, okay, I get to work. And you're working again till like 5 a.m. and then it just repeats the cycle. But
Yeah,
when you wake up early, like today, what happens?
it does magic.
It does wonderful things.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah, man.
actually get a lot of stuff done in my case anyway. So do you experience that?
Me?
Tell them
Well,
tell
I
them
guess
about your
it
routine.
has to be me because I'm the only one in the call.
Hey you,
But hey
John.
you, hey you, stranger passing by. Do you wake
Peasant.
up in the morning? Imagine we should do that. Like go out and just be like, do you like waking up at 8? No. The answer is no. No, but yeah, it is way better. If I get to wake up at 8, whether I had, I don't know, a bad night's sleep or even a good night's sleep, sometimes I can't tell the difference, but I get so much shit done. Not even just work-wise. Can I swear in the
Yeah, yeah,
thing?
yeah. Of course,
Okay.
of course. You have to be yourself. If you
Alright.
don't want to swear, you don't
Alright,
have
motherfuckers. No, I'm just gonna be like,
Motherfucker, quick, don't show.
waking up in the motherfucking 8 a.m. No, yeah. Um, I do get a lot done. I feel like it makes my humor better for some reason as well. Not right in the morning, but
Yeah.
for example, when I'm in the afternoon, let's say 4 p.m., 3 p.m. Yeah, 4 p.m. And I look back like in the morning, I'm like, man, I've done this and I've done that. And sometimes it's not even just to do with work. Like the fact that I woke up and had breakfast earlier,
Mm-hmm.
um, just those small things are actually making me happy. And then I'm like, oh, I get to do some other chores, like around the house as well. Like
Right,
I
right.
get to do this or that.
And then you're like,
And
sorry, you finish it.
no,
Why make?
I was just gonna say, like
Yeah.
even like normal things like putting clothes for washing or like random like vacuuming the floor, whatever. No, I'm serious, dude. I'm serious. Like even small things that you get to do throughout the day that's more than work. Because if I wake up late, I won't do anything aside from work. I don't get to like chill and play some games or do chores or anything aside from work. Cannot be done. But if I wake up in the morning, it's like I have a life. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I
Like
do. I do.
I don't we don't got much because we're here. But
Yeah.
if I were somewhere else, I'd probably be like going outside as well. I'll be like, oh, I've done a lot of work, I've done chores, I've done this and that. I'm like, okay, and I just head out to it.
Yeah, when you're
Uh,
done with all the morning routine, you're like, wait a second, it's still 9:30 a.m. What the fuck? That doesn't
yeah.
make sense.
If I
That's the
wake up,
greatest part. Yeah.
yeah, waking up in the morning and then I look at the clock, not even 9:30, but I'm like 11, 11 a.m. I'm like, what? I already done this stuff? And it's
Yeah.
only 11. It's like the day is prolonged like 4 times
Exactly.
longer, you know.
Now here's another thing. Me and John, we set out for the New Year's resolution to for me to wake up early at 11. No, wake up early around 7, start work at 8, and then work all the way up to like 11 p.m. and then go to sleep at 11. But then everything kind of got ruined. Everything kind of just like got mixed up and went back to the old kind of routine. But I wasn't playing video games. I was actually working, so which is good. But still, I went to sleep late, and the reason was for that was because Ross, that guy,
That guy.
he works late, and he's a night owl. And I understand that. He's actually very young. So he's 23, and when you're that age, you kind of want to be up. You don't want to go to sleep. You know what I mean?
But
So
you're only 4 years older.
I'm 29.
Oh man, I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting you. You seem like super young. Me too. I seem super young as well. No one else needs to tell me that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm only three years older than him. Am I 26? Did I turn 26 or 27? 26. Yeah, I had birthday like literally 3 weeks ago, and I don't
Oh
remember
yeah,
my age anymore.
yeah, man.
But yeah,
Happy birthday
anyways,
again.
Ross, you are shitting on him, so continue.
Yeah, Ross, you fucked me up, man. Thanks to you, I'm like up. I mean, yeah, up all night, but it's cool. And the thing
Yep.
is, like I said, he's young, and you'll. I think a lot of us label ourselves night owls, and I'm kind of like sad to say I'm old now. I don't want to be up late. I'm old. My life, it's weird. You know what I mean?
I
Because
know
it
what you
before.
mean, but at the same time, it's like my mentality is totally different than what my body is at the moment. Like
Hmm.
I do enjoy staying up like even till 4. If I could wake up at 4 a.m., have 5 hours of sleep, and then still wake up in the morning, if I was one of those magical people, one of those rare human species who can like sleep for 5 hours and they're like, oh, let's fucking build a house afterwards, right?
That's
If
Ross
I were
actually.
that, I'd probably be going to sleep at 4 a.m. and wake up five hours later. Like legit. That's what I like. Like my mentality, I
Yeah.
love staying up like there's something about it that I really like. But I
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
But I can't. And sometimes I do and I'm like, yeah, I can do this. Like I'll wake up 5 hours later. Like and then I do wake up 5 hours later to turn off the alarm and then sleep for another 10 hours.
Yeah.
then then everything
For another 10 hours.
yeah, everything goes yeah.
You really sleep for 10 hours?
No, more like for another 6 hours probably.
I
I
don't sleep.
when I stay up late, I recognize the fact that I do sleep for 11 hours at least.
John, I'm the same exact way, dude. I'm the same exact way. I mean, like you were saying, first of all, you were saying, like those amazing people who can go for only like 5 hours of sleep, and that's Ross. That dude is crazy. That dude is crazy. We'll be up 6 a.m. together for the past 3 weeks, and then it's like every day he'll wake up at 10 a.m. or like 9 a.m. I'm like, what are you doing? How are you not sleeping? It doesn't
Coffee.
make sense. It's coffee or whatever, but for
Yeah.
me, I if I go to sleep late, what happens is I binge on my sleep. I binge. I will sleep 15 hours. I will sleep over 10, 15, like 10, you know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
just that's just what happens. I'm just like I shut off to the world. I'm like, "Oh, it's so late, and it's so late. It's already morning. I'm just going to shut away from the world, close the curtains, and just drift off into this peaceful
Pretend
slumberland."
everything is all right, not
Yeah, yeah, and then you like wake up 7 p.m. like, what the
sleep
fuck?
7 p.m. Might as well not do anything.
Might as well not do anything. Might as well just wait till the next day. And it's a vicious
And then you
cycle.
can't sleep because you woke up at 7 p.m. Like why how what you're gonna be awake for another 5 hours and then go back to sleep for another 5 hours or 6 hours or 7 hours, whatever. It's not gonna work.
Yeah, so it's up to you guys. You guys, if you're a night owl or not, what's early bird?
Yeah.
or no, it can't be
Early
because
bird, yeah.
an
You're
owl.
either a night owl or early bird.
Night,
Yeah, but
but
birds
owls are
too.
birds. That doesn't
Like it
make
could be
sense.
like a morning bunny, for example.
Morning bunny. I was gonna say morning. I wrote it down. Morning bee.
A morning bee.
A
Yeah,
morning bee. Because
could
you're
be
ready to
bunny.
work.
Yeah,
Or
that's true.
bunny. Or snail. Whichever floats your boat. I think we killed the sleep topic good enough. Let's move on. Before we move on, let's look at what you guys are saying really quickly. So you guys aren't excluded. And this is kind of the random drop in. Morning sparrow. Morning sparrow, is that it? Okay, morning sparrow. Jennifer Lee says, I hate waking up with birds singing. They're just too loud. I love birds, but yeah. What do you think? I think it's a beautiful thing when birds sing in the morning because that means they're ready to take you to the shower.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. I don't know how about you, but my birds, they work for me. They just like set everything. They shampoo my hair. Yeah.
yeah, the worst thing about waking up in the morning is the blasted sun that comes out at 9 a.m. Exactly, which is why I bought these blanket curtains. They like block out the sun 99.9%. It's so
Yep.
dark.
Shout outs to thick curtains. They're
Thick curtains,
they're the
yeah.
best. I have
But
exactly
the
the same.
problem, yep, and I think I recommended it to you. But the problem with that is it blocks out the sun so well your body can't figure out if it's night or day. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
it's
that's the flip side, where it's so dark inside that you're waking up and you're like sometimes you wake up, I don't know, 5 minutes before your alarm clock and you're like,
yeah.
am I supposed to be awake? I don't know anymore. And then you look at the clock, you're like, five minutes before the alarm. Why couldn't I sleep these five more minutes? And then that's the tough decision where you you're like, I'll just go first to sleep for another 5 minutes, and then you sleep
Yeah.
through the alarm. Did this ever happen to you?
All the time, every day, every day, every day. And yeah, it's best if you have control. This is probably the last point, and we can move on. But it's hard to have control over what time you wake up, but it's difficult too, but it's a little more easier to be in control of what time you go to sleep, right?
Exactly.
Because when you're waking up, it's like you're in a coma state. You have no control over that. But at least when it's sleep time, you actually have
Did you
somewhat
ever had
control.
did you ever had sleep paralysis?
Oh man. Oh,
I
yes, I
never.
have.
I'm glad to say that I've never experienced it. And every night I go to sleep. At one point or another, I wonder if I'll ever get that, and I'm always scared when I
What?
think about it.
What? It's weird. You asked the question as if you had it, but then it's like you didn't.
No, I didn't.
What? It's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's crazy, right?
Oh,
I'm
you're
surprised.
confused about it. You're wondering how it is?
Well, I was just curious whether you had it or not.
Yeah, no, no. I'm just wondering because like, have you come close to sleep paralysis, or what are your thoughts on it? Because
The
I'm saying like you wouldn't normally in my mind. I feel like if you didn't have it, I don't know why you'd be afraid of it because you never experienced it. But you,
Because I can imagine, like, if I have nightmares and it's already fucked up as it is, now waking up and knowing that it's reality and I see shit around me and making me poop my pants, then I can only imagine how terrifying it is.
yeah,
Yeah.
it can be pretty terrifying. I've had some pretty intense experiences. Not so much with figures except once, and I don't want to scare people, but yeah, it's pretty scary if you have sleep paralysis because what happens is your body is in a paralyzed state. It's what happens when we sleep, and our eyes starts to see things because sometimes if your eyes are you're not fully asleep and you're in that state, your eyes
Mhm.
can be slightly open. And what I think here's my little theory for one because one time I saw just like a bunch of figures like shadowy figures walking left and right in front of me, and my theory behind that is it's my eyelashes. If you have if you think about it, if your eyes are slightly cracked open, right, and you're in the paralyzed state, what happens is everything is you can't move, but your conscious mind is fully awake, and it can only barely see those through those little cracks. and it's like they're barely moving left and right. Look, I'm doing it right now, and it feels like there's shadows in front of me. you
Okay,
know,
wait, hold on. I mean,
squint.
it's okay. Listen, listen. It's
Yeah,
okay
yeah,
to kind of use that as an excuse. I totally get it.
yeah.
I don't think that's the reason, but like, my question to you is, when you had
Mhm.
sleep paralysis, you couldn't see the whole room clearly, and then you just see the shadows?
I
Like,
could see because like this is that time that it happened. Where I was fully awake
mhm,
was it was a daytime nap, so
mhm.
it was fully daytime in my room, and and I'm just laying there, and I'm like looking at my closet door, and I could see these figures walking left and right, like
But
passing
could you see
by.
like the edges? Like if you look
No,
straight on,
they were more just shadowy, like like figureless, almost just
like a
like
vignette or whatever the fuck you say.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, almost like that. But that's what I mean. It's like it makes more sense to think of those eyelashes instead of actual ghosts.
what
You
about
know.
people who see like the
Now,
faces?
now,
And
okay, that's the different one where okay, this is the one where I really had the scariness happen to me. The scary. um, I had an outer body experience where I woke up and then I was floating out of my body. And Ricardo, Ricardo, he's had this experience too, but his was
yeah,
a little more
I did
violent.
too.
Wait, you just said what?
No, no. I mean,
I don't,
I've had the going out of the body. Is that sleep paralysis as well? I didn't know that.
it can
I've
be,
had
yeah.
the thing that where it's so real that I can see my body, but I thought that's a dream. I thought that was a dream, like a
Oh
real.
yeah, that's probably there's astral projection, there's outer body experience, which is kind of an astral projection, and then there's sleep paralysis. Sleep paralysis, yeah. So I guess doesn't qualify as sleep paralysis, where you can't move and you're just like you'll see things. See, my brother and my brother's girlfriend both had sleep paralysis where they felt like there was a figure there.
Yeah.
But again, I think it's your eyelashes. For me, I didn't see figures, but the time that I did see something was when I was having this kind of astral projection type of thing, where I was lifting up from my body and fully awake. I was like, "Oh my god, this is happening! I'm leaving my body. I really can feel this. This is crazy. I'm in my room, and it was as if I was awake and I was floating, but then." As if something didn't want me to do that. Oh my god. There's these big old large red eyes that just stared me down in front of me.
Oh,
And I
what the
just
hell?
yeah, it was it was very scary. And I do not recommend anyone to go research out this stuff because it happens. This is a normal thing and I looked it up and this happens to other people. And there's too many creepy stories, but this happened to me and I was so like freaking like scared. Like I got shoved back down into my body, and when that happened, it felt like this electric shock. Like I was being electrocuted into my body. Like yeah, like I was melding back into my body.
Holy
And it was
shit.
like this violent feeling until I woke up. I was like, whoa, and I just got up. I was like, I couldn't go back to sleep for like 3 hours. I just like screw it. I'm just gonna stay up and just not
At that point, I'm like, I'll never go to sleep back again.
for a while I thought that way. I was like, no, I said this because I understood. I had an understanding of sleep. Of astral projection, and I was looking forward to it. And I said, I'll never try to astral project again because this is the
Right.
idea behind astral projection. There's this consciousness, this like dream world you can enter and just live in and just like fly around and explore. It's kind of like you are awake during your dream state, and that's amazing.
It was
But I was like,
Satan. Someone is saying.
no, no, I don't know what it is, but I think maybe here's my theory. It's my subconscious being afraid of my situation. Like if you ever walk through the hallways at night or something,
Yeah.
you kind of have like this scary thought that pops into your head, or like you're just like wondering if like oh maybe there's something in the
Me,
corner
I
or
just
something.
if I had I don't have here, but if I had for example, if I have to turn off the lights down, I have a two story house. No, I have stairs. It doesn't matter. I have to turn off the lights downstairs, and if I this happens more when I'm really tired. If I turn off the stairs downstairs, I'll just bolt up up the
Mhm.
stairs because I don't know. One day, just a ghost is gonna grab my leg and pull me down the stairs and eat me, and playing Dark Souls doesn't help either.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's of course it's not gonna happen, but I'll always do it. If I had a hall, a dark
Hmm.
hall, I swear I would not walk like turn off all the lights and be like, yeah, like
I do that now. I do that because I've after meditation, like I've been in control of my mind. This has happened before I was into meditation and stuff, but like just to test myself, I'm just so comfortable in the dark. I just can go anywhere and just be cool. I can sit there in the dark. You know what I mean? But I remember just being scared of the dark, and
hmm
that's the thing of it is, it's like you've been through this dark room all your life, and you think that one day it's gonna happen, right? But you're living in literally a prison in your mind because you're torturing yourself like every single night. This, I mean, like if you're scared of the dark or things that just you're playing tricks with yourself, you realize this is silly. It's your own conscious mind playing games with
no,
yourself.
Jet, you don't understand. The blanket is a protection. The scary things like the dark forces and
Yeah,
ghosts and
that's
the devil, they hate blankets. I
I hate them.
swear to God. If you sleep on the summer, you'll always like it's better if you don't have a blanket, right? Because
Yeah.
it's hot. But you at least have to have a very thin one so that they cannot get you. The blanket is a protection. I swear to God. So
I agree with that. I agree with that statement. I actually practice that often. Yeah, blankets your trusty.
if you want to fight them off, if you want to walk in the dark protected, just have a
Yeah.
blanket around you. That's pretty much all it says. And you'll feel 100% time. Like, try that. I'll swear to God, you don't have to practice any mind stuff because the blanket protects you. That's how it is.
Oh shoot! But yeah, I think that's what it was. When I saw those eyes, I feel like it's an intense version of those thoughts playing with your mind. It's just an
Right.
intense version of it. It's the same thing, but this time you're dreaming it up or you're projecting it. So
Yeah.
I'll
No,
try that. I'm gonna walk through the hallways with my blanket on this time. No, I don't need to. I will do it. And
you
that
c-
spooky. Sometimes it's worse. Okay, this happened to me before when my mom was here. She was walking through the hallway and she didn't turn on the light. She just walked from the kitchen to the room because she probably just got finished with the kitchen. And I'm going into the hallway, and so I bump into her. I'm like, oh my god, I got scared. It
yeah,
was
dude. I
spooky.
mean, it's one of those things that most people don't like. If I walk through a dark hallway, like,
Yeah.
okay, nothing will happen to me. But imagine if it did. That's the problem. It's not the fact that whether it's going to or not going to, um, be an often thing where you just walk down the dark hallway and then something like like touches your ankle. It could be like, I don't know, a strand of hair or something like that that touches from your head and then goes down your face on the side of your ear, and then you're just like, okay, I'm in this dark fucking hallway and I'm alone. I'm walking slowly because I'm practicing this and that, and then something touched me. So at that point, you have to be very very strong and be like, "Yo, what's up? What's up,
Yo, what's up,
ghost? You
dude?
wanna you wanna like hang out? Are you lonely tonight? You wanna just like have a conversation?" And then imagine that something actually does speak back to you. You're fucked. You're just fucked. You just what
Okay,
do you do?
see, you're so creative, and that's the thing. We are so creative, man. Yeah, that scares the shit out of me. Like you were so freaking creative, and the time that where I was really, really like intensely terrified ever, the most terrified, intensive, like
Yeah,
shock, where I was in cold sweat immediately. Have you ever had that feeling where all of a sudden just boom, like your
yeah,
body's
like
like sweat,
split of a second, just like
just wet.
cold sweats. Yeah,
Yeah, that happened when I was sleeping out in the living room. Oh my god.
yeah.
Okay, no. First of all, this doesn't have anything to do with ghosts. Okay, it's actually spider.
Oh, that's even worse.
I hate spiders.
If there's something worse than ghosts, it's spiders. Because those motherfuckers do exist.
Yeah, they do exist. They do
Like I
exist.
mean,
Okay.
I mean, ghosts might exist. I'll never like completely remove. Like it might exist, but spiders are very real. Like it's a very, very real thing. So if you're walking down the hall at night, like you were saying, and then there's a spider on your foot, you will learn how to fly immediately. Like at that point, you're just like, yep, I'm not touching the floor anymore. I'll just fly to my room. But yeah, continue. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're saying about the spider.
Lord, take the wheel. You know.
Yep, gravity doesn't apply to you anymore.
No, I
Anyways,
love it.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it led the leading up to this incident was so freaking like a scary movie because I walk into the garage, and I trip a a spider web. It crosses my forehead like in the movie. Just one strand. Okay, and it was the tough kind of spider web. It wasn't like the soft, wispy one. Like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
the spider's playing with. It was a baby spider. It's cute, it's fine.
Mhm.
It wasn't that kind. It was a but down. I'm about to fall backwards because it's it's a big spider. I'm like, oh my god, I can use that for fishing line.
Yeah.
It's a breed of spider that's been around and
It
seen
was
some things.
Spider-Man. He was watching you at night.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, that was creepy. I'm just gonna, I think I don't know, laundry or I had to let my dogs in or something like that. I don't know what it was, but I was like, just went on about my way, came back inside, locked the drawers. I had to sleep in the living room for some stupid reason. But later that night, crawling on my arms was the spider.
What the fuck you did to my motherfucking spider web? I was pissed. He's just like, you know how many days I fucking working on that fucking spider web? Son of a bitch.
No, he's like,
I'm gonna smack your arm now.
no, he
We'll see
like
how you
crawled
like
up.
that.
He like crawled up to my ear and whispers like, "Gotcha, bitch."
Who's the spider web now? Ah, shit, man.
So that's what happened, and I just laid there. I mean, oh my god, and it stopped moving. It stopped when I
They
went to
know.
that.
They know when you're looking at them.
It knew like what I was like my intense like my fear
So what do you
my
do
cold.
after?
Okay,
You're just like
I
hanging out with
laid
a
there.
spider
I
in
laid
your
there. I
arm.
said, okay, take a breath, and I just like. And like in the count of three, I just like jumped up and shook it off like like a crazy kind of and I just did that like hot tamale type of dance, and then it didn't I didn't see it. I was like, man, I hate this, man. You can't if you don't find it and kill it or do something with it. It's just a horrible thing, and I don't know why, but I had to sleep out there that night, and I was okay. I was able to sleep out there. I took off all the cushions and everything, like looked everywhere, and I just went to sleep. But
Right.
that was it.
Damn.
Yeah. Damn.
That's fucked up. But yeah,
It was.
man. I mean, this went from clients to spooky shit. I
Did it ever
like
go
it.
to clients? I don't think it went to clients yet. We were talking
Really?
about clients off the. No, let's. Yeah, it
No
didn't
one
go to.
was.
We were talking about work, but let's switch over because it's already like 9:59. Dang, that was like 20 minutes ago. Cool.
I'm down for just talking about like spooky stuff. I don't mind. Either way.
Oh, I know, I know. Okay, you go ahead. What's your most intense experience?
Most intense
Yeah.
experience?
Yeah.
um,
Hold on. Before you say, uh, you guys out there, let us know what your intense experience is, and I'll go through it and write down just write down jetty right before you write that, and that refers to the question. Okay, go ahead.
all right. Well, I'm still thinking. What was the most like I had to like run, actually
Wait, I
run because I was so scared. Okay, so here's the thing. It was back in Portugal.
hmm
Um, my parents' house, they there was always weird shit happening in there.
Oh no.
Um, so it was one of those things. I've always had some kind of weird experiences
Yeah.
in Portugal. Um, Let me think. There was quite a few, but the most scary one. I fucking I had to pee at night. It's always something like that. I woke up,
Mhm.
uh, I was sleeping and then I woke up. I was probably what, 14 probably. Um, I'm 15 now, just for you. No, I'm joking. No, I
We're
was
pretending to
14.
be
I
old.
had to. I woke up in the middle of the night. It was summer, and I remember going to the bathroom, and for some reason I didn't turn on any light,
Hmm.
like at all.
Right, all the way to the toilet.
All the way to the. I went to the toilet, and this is super rare. I went to the toilets, and peed and everything, with lights off, everything off. But I could see because
Yeah,
you adjust your your
yeah,
vision
yeah.
to the night, and you kind of like can make up how things look in the like in the shadows and stuff. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, um, when I went back, this is
Mhm.
really weird. I still can't really explain it. I I went back, and as I'm entering my room, my bedroom,
Uh-uh.
I see like a green face in front of me.
Oh.
Like, but I don't know how to explain this. It's kind of like, if you close your eyes really hard,
Hmm.
like really hard for a while, or you squeeze your eyeballs in with your fingers, and then you open your eyes, you see like shit in front of,
Yeah,
like in
yeah,
front
yeah.
of you.
That blur, that imprint from whatever was left. Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like that, but it was a green face, and it was slowly turning to me. Now, I don't know what the hell that was, or if it was just something that because it was all dark, and then my eyes made shit up that, because you know how it is, like we humans, we see like, um no, like when you look at the clouds, you see like shapes, or you'll see a face, or you see like a
Yeah, yeah.
bunny or anything, right? So I'm thinking that it was something like that, and that's legit scared the shit out. I bolted to my bed and covered
Uh,
myself, because blankets are magical
Blankets,
and they
right?
protect you
You
from
want
everything,
a
right?
blanket?
But I went and I closed my eyes. And when I closed my eyes, and this is why I think it was something like that, because when I closed my eyes, I could still see it. It's like looking at me, like it had a long nose, no eyebrows. I still remember. That's really weird. Um,
How old are you?
I probably was 14,
Mhm.
13, 14. I'll never forget that. Um, it was really fucking scary. It was
Ooh.
really fucking scary. Um, Again, I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I bolted into my. I just ran straight into my bed
Yeah,
and covered myself like completely and closed my eyes. Like I
yeah.
just closed my eyes and I'm just like fucking like go away. But even with my eyes closed, I could still see it in front of me. And then it slowly faded and turned away. Like it was just a head as well. It wasn't like you couldn't even see the shoulders or the neck. It's just like legit just the head. Couldn't see any hair. I guess
Hmm.
just the face then. And I kind of slowly turned away and disappeared.
And
Like
you were
holy shit.
like, you got that cold sweat too?
A cold sweat? I think I got everything. I think from that I just got everything that I possibly could. Um, I
Cold sweat, warm sweat, lukewarm.
yeah,
You got cherry soda, everything.
yeah. Could chill stuff, could boil stuff, doesn't matter. Like, but yeah, never had that again, ever. Never, ever, ever had that happen to me again. Um, it may be another thing I'm thinking is it may be the fact that it was summer and I was playing a lot of games and wasn't sleeping as much. So you know how sometimes you kind of uh,
You sound like an adult
this
trying to make
happened to me as well.
excuses.
Like I'll wake up. If I've been working really hard, I'll wake up, and if I wake up suddenly, I'll
Mhm.
see like shit moving. You know,
Yeah.
like I'll see, for example, one time I saw like spiders in the ceiling or like spider webs and stuff like that, and
Probably
and
eyelashes. But
yeah,
yeah.
and my girl, like I wake up and my girl, she's looking at me like, what are you doing? And I'm just staring at the ceiling, like I'm, you know, sitting down on the bed, like staring at the ceiling, and I'm like, is that really like, because if it's a spider and the huge ones,
Mhm.
right, I gotta kill them or
Yeah.
something. Like I gotta do something about it.
Yeah.
Um, And I'm just staring, and then it's slowly fading away. And she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, not answering, just not saying anything. I'm just like, oh no, I just saw, and then it disappeared. And I'm like, oh no, I thought there was like spiders and webs and stuff like this
Here's
in the ceiling, but there's
here's the
no.
dude. Here's the
Uh,
crazy thing, dude. Like
yeah.
kids, they see things, man. I think kids have the ability to see things. I honestly do. This reminds me of something that me and my friends used to do as kids. We used to be like we used to lay on the fields at the playground. I don't know if anyone else had this experience, but probably because it was me, one other friend, and the girl that had a big crush on. We would go onto the field and we would lay in the grass and look at the clouds.
Oh
This is
yeah, look at the
recess.
clouds, Jet. Of course.
Look at the clouds.
Yes. What else were you doing while looking at the clouds?
Like
Where else were you looking
making
at,
flowers
Jet?
and looking at ladybugs. Come on, man.
The ladybug, right? Right? The ladies bug. Is that what you call it down there? The ladies bug? I'm
Okay,
joking.
okay,
Okay,
okay.
continue.
What's the ladies? Okay. Anyway, so we saw these swarms of dark like almost like bug looking things. Like we can't make out what they were, but they were just swarms of them, like thick swarms. Okay,
Yeah.
and here's the craziest thing about this whole experience. There was an X-Files episode about kids that saw stuff in the sky like this,
Hmm.
like swarms, like of bugs. And I remember saying this. I was like, little kids will experience things and they just think, oh, it's normal, whatever. I saw these big old swarms of bugs. It's kind of like that's what people experience when this happens, and we just laughed about it. What happened was I was laying down and I looked up the clouds. I was like, oh my god, there's bugs, 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 oh my god, bugs, they're coming out. And then we would roll over and it's like, oh my god, it just gone, disappeared. And like I'm like tell my friend, I was like, look, do you see that? It's like, what do you see? I was like, lay down, okay, now just look straight up. See, just look right there, just look at it. And then he was like, oh my god, I see it. Oh my god, the bugs are coming. And then the girl, she was like, what are you guys doing? And we just did that. We did that all recess and we kept seeing it, and then it would be gone when we get up, but it was just weird, like these bugs coming at us. And then I don't know what it was. How could we experience that and just be like, whatever, that's normal, and then one about our lives like it never happened. After that we never just did it again. It didn't affect us in any bad way. It's just something we experienced together. And when you look back at that, I was like third, fourth grade. But like you look back at that and you're like, wait, that's not normal. You look at like what the hell's
I
going
mean,
on?
one thing is if you see it, and another thing is if multiple people see the same thing.
Exactly. We all saw it. And that's the
Yeah.
crazy thing. It was like, do you see those bugs? Oh my god, there's swarms of them. And we're just like, yeah, swarms. We just kept doing it over and over. And it come what it would be like a big old pile of almost like flies or gnats or whatever, and it would come at us like really just intense. And then
Right.
yeah, so it's just a weird experience.
That's weird. That's
Yeah,
really
it
weird.
reminds me of how you were looking at the ceilings. You were saying you saw spiders, but you were like wondering if it was there or not. And I think
Yeah, but
maybe.
I knew that's from like waking up suddenly. Now you and the other, if I looked at the ceiling and then my girl looked at the ceiling and she's like, "What the fuck is that?" We
Hmm.
both see the same thing and we both see it disappear at the same time. Then I think we would move out from that house. Like we probably would move out. Like if this happened here, like next day we would be looking at new houses and apartments. Probably, most
Yeah, that
likely.
that would probably be the most wise thing to do. Check this out. We're gonna look at some comments here. What are you guys saying? And I know here he goes. Jetty, my most intense ghost experience was 7 indeed, the middle of the snowstorm, and I went. You were 7 indeed, I guess. And in the middle of a snowstorm, I went to the bathroom while relieving myself. I heard knocking a D. When I left the bathroom, a huge cloaked man without a face stood 12 feet tall. It reached out to me and suddenly vanished. That's probably death.
Yeah, I think you're gonna die. You should go to the doctor and say, "Mr. Doctor, I think I'm
No,
gonna
no,
die."
no, he's not dead. So he's fine. I think death made a mistake. Wrong person.
Oh, he's like, oh, let me touch you again. Oh, wait, you're not Johnson, you're Carl. Sorry, my bad. Almost died. I'm out. Don't tell your parents. You'll forget about this anyway. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what
One more.
happens. Yep. Yeah, one more. Ultralist says, my most intense experience is my dreams whenever I speak to the dark forces and I say, like, sure, I'll help you. So what you need? I have what you need. Chills run on my back, betraying humanity. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. See, you're just playing with your thoughts, man. Sometimes it's really convincing and it's scary. You can scare the crap out of yourself. Um, so I get
Or
that.
was it?
Who was it? Oh, come on. God, that song, man. Hopefully,
Yeah.
most of the people right now listening, they don't even know what the song is because we're so damn old.
What do you mean? Everyone knows X
No,
Files.
nobody
Unless you're
knows
10. If
unless
you're
they were
10 and
born
watching,
after.
probably shouldn't be watching it. No, I'm joking.
Okay. Jetty, one time I was hypnotized, and a hypnotist wanted me to open my eyes to see everyone who was watching as cartoons. I didn't see cartoons. You saw dot dots? The dot dots are pretty scary too. So thanks
There.
for answering this question, guys.
One last thing, and then we can move on.
Okay.
One last thing.
Yep.
This has nothing to do with spooky stuff, but I experienced the weirdest shit ever. A couple of days ago, actually.
Mhm.
Uh, what I'm about to. No, my arm. Yeah. Okay, so I woke up at night in the middle of the night. Um, like normally, like no problem. Because sometimes it happens. Like you just wake up at night, and you're like, oh, I need to drink water or something.
Yeah.
Um, and I was lying on my side, and which is my usual side to sleep on, and then I tried to use my hand to like pull myself up, just like raise myself up from
Yeah.
with my left arm. I could not move my hand. I could move everything, like everything. I stood up, like set
Uh,
up,
um.
and I'm looking at my hand, like I'm looking up on it, and it's dead. My hand is dead. I can move my arm, I can move my shoulder, I can move everything, like even
Yeah.
my right hand. But
Yeah.
my left hand is dead, and I
You
was
were.
legit scared because I thought that, oh fuck, I either dislocated or broke my hand while I was sleeping. Like I could do a bad twist or something and like pop it off or something, and,
Oh
then
no.
yeah. So
You think it
I
was
can't.
because it didn't have blood in it?
It's the weirdest. It was blood. It was the blood
Yeah.
flow, but
Yeah.
it was the weirdest thing because I've had before beds like lying. I would lay on top of my hand, and
Mm-hmm.
then it falls asleep basically the hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but usually you feel some sort of tingling, like
Mm-hmm.
would be ants in your
Yeah.
hand or
Yeah. Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that. Usually you feel that, and you're like, oh, blood circulation. I just need to shake my arm off,
Right.
and the blood will start flowing again. I could not feel anything. I could not,
It's separate
like
from you.
my wrist. I've never broke anything as well, by the way,
Yeah.
or dislocated anything.
Yeah.
And it was the weirdest feeling to me because I'm like, oh, so this is how people feel like. I know this is a bit fucked up, but like this must be how people feel when they, when they unfortunately their legs don't work. Like
Yeah. Paralyzed when they're
yeah,
paralyzed.
when you're paralyzed from your waist down, like it's there, your legs are there,
Right.
but it's like it feels like you'd be touching like someone's hand, for example. You don't receive the touch, you only feel you touching some someone else's hands, for example, right? So I was
Yeah.
holding my hand, my left hand with my right hand. I was touching it, and I couldn't feel the touch on my left hand. I could only feel, my right
Mm-hmm.
hand touching my left hand. It was the weirdest thing ever, and I got really, really, really scared. So
Well,
I had
that's
to
your
sit
life.
down.
The hand. Is it your
Yeah,
drawing
and it
hand?
lasted for a while as well. That's why I waited. At first, I didn't panic. I waited it out, and I'm like, I can't move my hand. My hand is just like completely dead. I would shake my arm and my hand would go back and forth, like completely dead. And I'm like, all right, I'm fucked. I need to. I went on my knees and
Yeah.
I tried to push, kind of like do the gesture to kind of like pop your hand back in,
Yeah.
right? So I'm like, okay, it must have dislocated in the
Oh.
or broken. So I started doing that, and at this point, my hand still does nothing. like
Yeah.
nothing. And then um, I'm pushing it really hard, and like I should be feeling some pain, because if it is dislocated or broken, you at first you won't feel any pain because you just woke up. But I was fully awake at this point,
Hmm.
and I'm like, I don't feel anything. Like, is it just dead? But then suddenly, my girl stands up and she's like, "What are you doing?" She got legit scared because I'm not answering to her. I'm
Yeah.
focusing on like bringing my hand back to life,
Yeah.
and she's like, "What are you doing?" And then she turns on the light. I'm only all I'm saying is, wait a second, wait." And she's like, shit scared because it's in the middle of the night. I'm on my knees on top of the bed doing something to my arm, and she turns on the light, and then I keep pushing it further. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna shake my arm to see if yeah. When she turns on the light, I see that my hand is purple, and my arm is purple as well, like really purple and
Yeah.
blue. So I like, oh shit, I gotta shake I'm gonna shake my hand. It has to be the blood flow. So I do that, and then slowly, it still took like a good another like ten
Yeah, dude.
minutes at least.
It's really this happens. People aren't you might have to amputate it if it was like any longer.
Yes,
You know what I mean? This is a
yes,
real
I
thing,
was
so
really fucking
you
scared.
gotta be careful, man.
I think I was really lucky as well, because I've never seen my hand and my arm this purple, and my veins were like bloodshot, you know?
Yeah.
So I was really, really, and even now, like I feel like I had some kind of my left hand right now it's okay, but I feel like it's maybe a little weaker than usually, so that may have actually affect my left hand. I mean, I still have strength on my left hand, and I can carry stuff with only my left arm and left
Mhm.
hand. But still, it took me a good while for like I could move a little bit my pinky, like it was just shaking just tiny little bit, and
Yeah.
then I had to keep shaking and then try to move it again, and it would like it's I don't know how to explain this feeling. It's just the most weird feeling ever. I never felt the tickling, like the ants feeling that you
Yeah.
usually have. I
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
like I didn't feel it at all, even when I was already bringing my hand back to like
Oh no,
full blood
man.
circulation. So it
So you guys,
was ultra scary.
yeah, take note of this, everybody. Make sure you're sleeping properly. If you guys, if you guys feel like your hands are tingling and stuff, sleep properly and be conscious before you fall asleep. Because nowadays I'll do that because I my arms do fall asleep. So I'll sleep on my arm, and they would fall asleep, and the whole arm would be numb, but not like to your extent. Just I just got to get up and shake off the ants, and it'll come back. But
Yeah.
nowadays, before I'm falling asleep, I'm like, wait a second. I'm sleeping in a position where my arm will fall asleep, so I'll change it. But I've read about it. People have lost limbs because of this.
Yes, exactly. I was really, really scared because of how long it took. I'm like, I'm saying to her like, I can't move my arm. I just can't move my arm, and I'm showing her like it's going back and forth. Like I cannot move my arm. It was really, really scary.
Yeah.
And yeah, I
Well,
had
happily
my
you have your arm now. Shoot, man.
yeah. I'm just thinking like if I would have fallen asleep like till the next day,
Yep, it's
I would
gone.
not have a left arm at this point. Like I legit wouldn't have. I would have my left hand. I would have my arm because my arm was okay. But yeah, my left hand was really bad. So I took note from that, and I don't sleep. If I sleep on my side, then I'll make sure that like my arm is out,
Yeah.
because that's the problem. You sleep. I was sleeping over my arm, right?
Yeah.
Um, and there was just no blood circulation. Even touching it right now, it still kind of hurts. I'm pretty sure I had some bad side effects from
Yeah,
that.
it should come back slowly. I mean, the thing is, your body should be able to heal it, and it's
Yeah.
gonna take a while, but you can do, you'll
Anyway,
get through it. You'll get
so take yeah, watch out for
through it.
for how you sleep, because I mean if my left arm would be have to be amputated, at least it's my left arm. I draw with my right hand,
Oh,
so
I thought you
you know
said it was your right arm that happened.
no. It was my left arm, left hand. Um, I was using my right arm to kind of like bring the
Yeah,
left hand back to life.
life.
But anyway, there's that. That's it.
like that story. You got out of it. You got out. You survived
I
that.
was lucky. Yeah, I was legit lucky. I consider like that happening was
Yeah.
just pure luck that I woke up at that time.
Oh yeah, I
But yeah,
think what happens to a lot of times your subconscious will be able to wake you up too. Like you just in control. You're not in control of the subconscious, but it will tell you what you need. You know,
that's true.
because we get through a lot of things like by our subconscious. It controls like I think like our conscious mind, what we control, like our, drawing and stuff like that, and we tell ourselves to walk or move, go left, right, left. There's
Yeah,
about 2,000 processes, whereas subconscious controls 4 million, including all the organs and all the things that we just take for granted. You know, it's like it's a supercomputer, and for things like that, you kind of rely on your subconscious. But anyways, let's move on to the next topic. I think let's see, because I started 10:21, 10:30.
can't you see how long is it's been like recording?
I can try. Let's see, because we might just end it. We might just end it. 35 watching now, and it's been a good show. It's been just us talking
Just
about.
chilling. I
It's
mean, we took a completely different turn than what we wanted to.
but that's fine. That's exactly what I like. Yeah,
Let it flow.
let it flow.
No, please.
Le- okay.
Do
Okay.
you want to continue? Do you want to stop? Let
I
me
think
know.
yeah, I think it's a good time to stop, but I just want to make sure it's about an hour because I did say it was going to be an hour. Um, yeah, it's. I was gonna ask. Okay, how about this? Yeah, this is a stupid one. How having files named as finals? Can you close it off with that? You have a problem?
Files named as final.
Yeah,
You
final
mean
one, final two, real
the final
finals.
is never final. The final is like here's the okay. I can end I can close on that. To me, when I call it final only because I'm letting the client ahead of time know that I would consider this finished, right?
Yeah.
But legit, I have at least it's anywhere between 5 to 10 finals until it's the actual final. So I count
Yes.
this and based on my previous PDFs. So I'll send it in to the client. And I'm like, okay, this is the final, and then they're like, okay, make these adjustments. Sometimes, not all the times, but those who I'm not gonna name any clients' names, but there's always the regular ones that I know. Okay, I'm gonna send this off, and then they're still gonna ask me like five more, five more things,
Yeah.
you know. So it's final one, final two, final three, five, and it's usually between 5 to 10,
Yeah.
and then we're done. Then that's the real final. But
Final finished last or new. How about new?
it's a new final, real final. The
Newest.
final of the most finals. The
Uh,
finalists.
I'm sure you guys have experienced that. I
The,
think
the,
we all have. Just don't call it final. Like, if it's for yourself.
no,
I
no,
think.
because I send them with actually saying final because I want them to understand that like
Yeah. No, I mean
if
for
it's not
yourself. If it's your own work, you're never gonna be final.
no if it's
Final.
my own work I just give them numbers. Actually,
Yeah,
it's
numbers work. Is it numbers or
yeah,
letters?
1, 2, 3, 4, like the name of the file, like the thing,
Yes.
like robot one, robot two, robot three, and usually yeah, it's up to like 15. That's kind of like how I measure how much time I spent on
Hmm.
one thing. It's either anywhere between and this is a funny thing. If a file finishes at 5, it probably costs me anywhere between 300 to 500. Like it's a 300 to 500 project.
Yeah.
If a file like the bigger steps I have, the expensier the project is.
More
For example,
pricier.
the pricier. Yeah, that's what I mean. So if I'm hired for a project for example, I don't know 1,000 or over 1,000,
Yeah.
then it's a minimum 8 to 10 uh, steps
Version.
or file,
Yeah.
you know, that I take, which is really funny. It just shows how to, how many steps I take. I don't know how, if other people have the same, but I know that I'm like, okay, if this project is like that, then and I'm at file 5, I know that I still have like I'm halfway through the thing. It's just a weird way to look at it, but it's something that I did notice.
Yeah, it's so funny because I think we all experience that way when we're first starting like our file labeling.
Yeah.
When we first start drawing. That's kind of a I think we all experience. But
Do you have all files like that too? Like with the final one, final
yeah,
300?
I used to, and then I look at it. I'm like, no, it's never final. It's like there's so many different finals, and
But when you send the one that it's like, oh, just change the hand and we're done. Then how do you name that file?
oh yeah, I go point one, point two, point three, point four like that. If it's like,
Until they're like, okay, that's good, or you. So for example, let's say you're at point 7, okay, and they're like, oh, change the hand and then send it over and we're done. So you're still the next file is gonna be point 8, even though it's the very last one. You
even though
know for sure it's the very last one. You
it's the
name,
very last one,
yeah.
shoot, I'll try to save over the original file that I gave him and save over just like the other one just doesn't exist. If it's like a Dropbox file,
Uh-huh.
it just
So
replaces
it's
it.
it's still named point 7, or just the original name.
uh,
That's
yeah,
confusing.
it's called final. It's just called final.
Ah, see, you did name it fine. See, but then again, you'll send the final, and they're like, "Oh wait, we forgot.
I just keep
There's
replacing
also
final.
the foot." Now
Yeah,
looking at it, now that you changed the hand, the foot now looks off. So you're like, "But I sent you the final. You told me it's the final.
yeah,
Now you gotta call it the final too, or will you just send like again final, and it's all over like final,
yeah.
final, final, final,
I
final."
just keep sending it. I just keep replacing it with final. But I don't work with like illustrations like you do. I have like characters and stuff, you know.
That's true.
But
That's
like when
true.
it's a
When
character,
something is set,
yeah,
you already have it set. There's not that many iterations
yeah,
going
it's like the
through.
character's done, and then I don't, you know, there's no versions, and it's just like they're all labeled by their names. The characters all have different names. So if I have
Right.
to edit it, then the character's going to be edited and finalized, and there's no final one or two, three. It's just going to be
Right.
character's done. Oh, can you move the hand over? I'm like, okay, move the hand over. Same file name,
Same file name.
right?
Yeah.
But I
I
went,
like
went
to.
yeah.
Yeah. No, just finish.
No,
I'll
no,
continue.
I did do what you're doing with mangas and stuff too, but I'm not doing that anymore. So
Yeah. With me, I could and I did in the past when I would send the final and they asked me to change something and then I would send the final again. I stopped doing that because they themselves would forget how the previous. They probably weren't renaming them as well, and they would also like save over,
hmm
you know, and they
yeah,
themselves wouldn't remember how the previous step looked like. So
yeah,
what I
yeah,
ended up doing is that I would change something and be like, we don't see a change, even though they asked me to change like something to like a hand to the left, like 5 centimeters to the left or whatever, something
yeah,
super picky like that. I would do that, but it looked similar because it's a very minor change, right? And they would get lost because I'm not the only illustrator they're working with. They're looking at like hundreds of other illustrations and works throughout the day, right? So I started naming. I saw that the feedbacks were getting better if I were naming again final one, final two, because they would go back and forth from the previous one to the one next. Like a lot of times I would send it and they're like, oh, nothing changed. I'm like, what do you mean? It did change. I changed the small thing that you asked me to change.
yeah.
And then I would send a comparison. They're like, oh, okay, that's good. I'm like, what the fuck? All right.
Well, I think that's a great one to end it on. I think because I really want to talk about uh, different types of clients in the future. I think that's going to be a fun one, and I think there's a lot to say on that.
Different types of clients?
Yeah, like you know, different types of frustrating clients, good clients, bad clients. That this is the type of stuff we deal with, and
Okay.
I think
Then
for
then you can start it off. I'll follow.
oh no for next time, not
Oh,
today.
for next time. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, for sure. I think that's a good start point to end it, and I'll just talk a little bit about this drawing here. Um, this is pretty much what I got for the sword so far. It's called a shatter blade, and I just
Sharper.
went with something kind of shattery. I don't know if it's shattery enough, but it's what we got, and it's what we're going with because I have a limited amount of time to work on these guys. Um,
Right.
as for colors, this is not really going to be the final color. I don't think there's going to be four other versions. This is usually just laying down some basic colors to work with. And
Hmm.
as you guys have seen before, I just go in there, select the colors, and change them accordingly. Probably not so majestic and green. Probably more like metal. But yeah, that's
I do like the green.
thanks. Green. The green is
Looks
the
nice.
base. Thanks, man.
I like it. It's really good.
Thanks. All right. Thanks a lot, John. I hope you have fun, man. I have fun.
No problem, Jets. I always have fun talking to
Yeah.
you. It's always good. It's always a good time.
And I
Always
hope everyone
good
else
to.
had a good time too. It was pretty crazy. It was the spooky show. It was the first time.
Does anyone have any questions? Do you answer questions
Yeah,
at the
yeah, yeah.
end?
Let's see if. Well, I'll look over you guys' comments because I kind of just want to end it so that it doesn't go on
Yeah.
forever.
Okay, okay, all right. It's your show. You do it how you want it
Okay,
to
so
be
we're
done.
gonna. Okay, well, if you guys have questions, we'll ask some questions, and I'll just continue working a little bit. Um, yeah. How
Don't
about just
change it because of me, man.
no,
Just
no, no. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. And then there's yeah. I'll read over you guys' questions. So just type in Jetty or question, and I'll look it over while I work on these things. So it's just another 2 minutes. Two
someone's
minutes
asking
because
how long are these supposed to be?
it's supposed to be an hour.
How long have we been going?
We went for I think an hour because I started at 9:20, 9:30 ish.
Hmm.
So yeah, it was really fun, and it was pretty much a talk show format. It wasn't so much focused on the drawing at all. So that was
Right.
cool. Okay, what are they asking now? If you guys have jotted down any questions for us, any at all. If not, I'm just gonna end it. I'm just gonna leave you guys
Yeah, man.
and show up hella randomly next.
Is there um is there a delay when you're streaming on YouTube?
Yeah, yeah. They're about 30 seconds or 20 seconds.
Okay.
Are they?
Like a podcast, no one is interested in questions. Someone is saying, well, if this is supposed to be like a podcast, then no
Exactly.
questions.
That's right. That's right. That's exactly what I mean. It is some kind of like podcast format. Maybe I'll put it on like MP3 format later for you guys to download somewhere. I don't know yet. You know what I mean? It's just kind of just seeing how it goes as we go. And
I should have used my radio voice if I
oh
knew
yeah,
this was a podcast.
show, show me. No, we'll save that. We'll do the radio voice for the whole episode next time.
What are you gonna eat for breakfast? That's the only question
Oh,
we'll
yeah, the
ever
radio voice.
answer.
Okay, what am I gonna eat for? I'm just gonna make pancakes. Yeah, I think it's
Pancakes. With what? Syrup?
pancakes and syrup. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
So
sure, or not really. What are you?
yeah, yeah, syrup, molasses, honey. Oh,
Moist.
pancakes with blueberries and bananas. Oh, my favorite. What about you? What are
Nice.
you gonna eat?
Me, I already had breakfast. I had um delicious sandwich with like
Oh
toasted
yeah, by the way,
sandwich.
it's not morning for John at all.
No, it's not. It's actually 6 p.m. I ate toasted like a toast with
Nice.
um fucking I forgot the name. Oh yeah, sausages made of tofu. Because oh you
Oh,
don't know that. We're cutting down on meat a lot. We're cutting down on meat a lot.
I heard you
So
talking about that once, but that's awesome. I think that's
yeah,
great,
dude.
man.
Yeah. So
Oh
there's
man,
this really really good. We found this really good tofu based or just fully tofu
sausages.
sausages. So they're in the bread as well, and lettuce and tomato inside, and I think that's it.
Oh, that's awesome,
Um,
man.
yeah, it's really good. And also next to, I have a big breakfast. That's another thing that we should maybe talk about like morning
Yeah.
food. Changed my
All right.
diet quite a lot. But yeah, then
Definitely,
I'll
we'll
eat
talk about
fruits
all
and
the
that's it.
vegetarian foods and all that stuff because I am all about that. I'm all about that, but I don't because we'll find out next time.
Yeah, we could talk for like another 5 hours probably.
We probably could, and we probably will after we hang up. And you're not gonna sleep. Shit. Well, all right, guys. Thanks so much for joining. I'm sorry I made you guys ask questions.
And then not answer
I
them.
know, I know. Like I said, it just goes that way. How do you make your line smoother? You just gotta freaking zoom in and draw us really slowly and do it over and over. Thanks a lot, guys. This was the Jetty Jet Show. We had John on the show, guys. We have his work in the link and check out his Twitch.
Check
All
the
right, till next
Twitchers.
time. You gotta end it with the pada pop boom piece. You know how to do that, right?
Patapapum peace? You
Yeah.
mean
Yeah, like
Wabbalabadabda?
no, medevac like that. You gotta.
What? I have no fucking idea what the fuck you're talking about,
Yeah,
dude.
matter not move peace like that. But you gotta do it your way. Let me hear it.
Alright. Chibbity pam diddlix.